Selective mutism is characterized by a consistent failure to speak in social situations in which there is an occupational setting or otherwise interferes with normal social communication. Okay, so the old DSM grouped OCD and PTSD together. The new placed them in different categories. The new DSM placed them in different categories because they are truly extensive. They are, there are different subsections within those two disorders alone. Okay. Mind you, I find that sometimes it's hard for me to even fathom people experiencing or having these disorders, but working in the mental health field and have worked in the mental health field for 10 plus years, I have come across some very interesting cases. And it causes me to be very grateful for my mental health and the mental health of the people whom I come in contact with on a daily basis. Specific phobia. There are 7 criterion under this particular disorder. In order for there to be a diagnosis of specific phobia, fear, anxiety, or avoidance is persistent and typically lasts longer than 6 months or more. There are 5 categories of phobic stimulus. It's animal, spiders, insects, dogs; natural environments, height, storms, water. There's blood, injection injury, needles, invasive medical procedures. These are broken down even more when it comes to coding for the clinicians. There is also situational: airplanes, elevators, enclosed spaces, and other, i.e. situations that may lead to choking or vomiting in children, loud sounds, or costumed characters. And my example for that is Chuck E. Cheese. Most every child has experienced going to Chuck E. Cheese, and you see some children that are literally terrified, and we may think it's funny, and sometimes it is, but if we were to put ourselves in the child's shoes and feel the anxiety that they feel when they see these characters, we will probably rethink how we react or rethink our laughter, because I just can't imagine having someone that I believe loves me, my parent, laugh as I'm experiencing the anxiety of seeing a large rat mouse character. I just can't imagine. So parents, godparents, aunts, uncles, put yourselves in the child's shoes. That's all I'm gonna say. It is a ha-ha moment, but at the end of the day, you can feel their heart. Their heart is racing. Their heart is racing, and they look frantic. So just think about that. Social anxiety disorder, also known as social phobia. So there are 10 criterion for this disorder, and fear, anxiety, or avoidance have to last up to 6 months or more. Social phobia is usually comorbid with other anxiety disorders, major depressive disorders, and substance use disorders. There are 4 criterion to meet in order to be diagnosed with panic disorder. Under criteria A, There has to be a recurrent episode of 4 of the 13 symptoms. Okay, there are 13 symptoms under criteria A. So, sweating, heart palpitations, pounding heart or accelerated heart rate, feelings of choking, chills or heat sensations, fear of dying. Criteria B, at least one of the attacks have to be experienced for a month or more. If you do not meet a certain number of the criteria, the diagnosis of panic disorder will not occur. The next one is agoraphobia. There are 9 criterion that needs to be reviewed in order for there to be a diagnosis of agoraphobia. Criteria A express that there has to be 2 or more of the following situations marked with fear or anxiety: the use of public transportation, automobiles, buses, trains, ships, planes, etc. Being in open spaces, parking lots, marketplaces, bridges. Being in enclosed spaces, shops, theaters, cinemas. Standing in line or being in a crowd, and being outside of the home alone. The fear and anxiety or avoidance lasts typically 6 months or more. All of that is under criteria A. And there are 9 criterion. The next one is generalized anxiety disorder. And there are 6 criterion. Excessive anxiety and worry occurring more days than not for at least 6 months. For criteria C, for adults, 3 of the 6 have to be present for 6 months or more. Okay, so there is a difference, like I've mentioned before, in adults meeting various criteria and children meeting various criteria. So for adults, it has to last longer, for a longer time span, and 3 of the 6 have to be present. For children, only 1 is required, and these are the 6 that they list. You have restlessness or feeling on edge. You have being easily fatigued. You have difficulty concentrating or your mind going blank. You have irritability, muscle tension, and sleep disturbances, which sleep disturbances entails difficulty falling or staying asleep, or you're just simply restless, or you experience unsatisfying sleep. And experiencing unsatisfying sleep is very uncomfortable, okay? Your day is just it's all over the place. It's a mess. Your thought process is not functioning the way that it would when you would typically get a good night's rest. 8 hours is ideal, as we all know. Getting more sleep can actually cause you to become even more tired. Believe it or not, So if you can get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, that would be wonderful. I'll tell you why. Sleep allows your body to repair itself. So say that you work out all of the time, and it's like sleep is like a reset button for your body. You work out, you're asleep, your body recovers, your muscles start to repair themselves, and this is automatic. Your body is an amazing thing. It's a great temple. It really is, if you treat it right. So moving forward to the last 2, there is substance medication induced anxiety disorder, and there are 5 criterion for this particular disorder, and the drugs and substances are not limited to alcohol, caffeine, cannabis, inhalants, cocaine, opioids, and sedatives, just to name a few. Anxiety disorder due to other medical conditions. There are 5 criterion for that. And other specified anxiety disorder and unspecified anxiety disorder. That is also listed in the. Hopefully, this was great information for you all, because in this era that we're in, there are a lot of people who are experiencing anxiety disorders or anxiety period, and they have a hard time coping. And I will tell you all this: if you journal, you can do a video log. You don't necessarily have to publish it, but if you are able to just get it out and express yourself, or do art, draw, paint, find something that you enjoy that is healthy for you. You know, you don't want to engage in unhealthy tasks, because that will really defeat the purpose, and it can actually cause your anxiety to skyrocket. And I know this may be redundant, and you have heard this all of your life. Sleep, eat healthy. You have to develop discipline. But if you make it a conscious effort every day, make better choices every day. The foods you eat. One more time. The foods you eat has a big impact on your mental, your emotional, your social aspects of life. It has a big impact on how you are overall as a person. Your skin, your hair growth, your nails, your everything, your mental. If you are diagnosed with various conditions, physical conditions, your foods can redirect all of that. Just take care of yourselves. Try to eat as healthy as possible. Buy organic products. Feed your body the things that it needs, because your body is the vehicle that's getting you through your human experiences, and you want them to be as awesome as possible. Okay, that is all I have on anxiety disorder. I really hope that you've learned something. If you have topics that you want to know more about, feel free to drop a comment below. Do not mind. I will read them, and I will do my research and present the video. It is always important, and always have been important, to take care of your mental. Take care of your mental. Alleviate all of the stressors that you have. Just do better and be better. And a lot of women are suffering with depression, and we try to say, I can do this, I can get through this, I can da-da-da-da-da. But in reality, we need to pause, think about what's going on, and evaluate ourselves. Men are suffering as well with various disorders. That's all I have for you all today. Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Arrivederci. Bye.